What's up, fellow polymaths? In this video of the Java Fundamentals tutorial, we'll be going over the math class. The math class allows you to use many different mathematical methods, such as basic math, operators, logarithmic, trigonometric, and so on to perform math operations. Math methods include the minimum function, maximum, average, and other trigonometric functions, and log, and so on. There are just so many math methods to choose from. So let's test out some math methods. Alright, so here in Eclipse, I created some code that utilizes the methods as well as enums for the math class. So here we're just going to run this code right now, and we'll be able to see the result. So here, our first result is the max method. Here, so we're just comparing 30 and 20. Of course, 30 is greater than 20, so the maximum result is going to be 30. Line number 8 is the minimum method. So again, 30 and 20, the minimum of those two is 20, so that's our result. And then line 9 is the power method, so exponents. So this is 5 is the base and 3 is the power or the exponent. So 5 to the power of 3 is going to result in 125. Then we have our square root on the next line, which is square root of 100, would be 10. And then the next 3 lines after that are trigonometric functions. These are sine, cosine, and tangent. So the way that these trigonometric functions work, if I recall, is they use radians rather than the degrees. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. The round function, so basically it just rounds to the nearest number. So in this case, 5.8 rounds to 6. The ceiling function basically goes for the highest number within the range of 1. In this case, we have 5.2. 5.2, the ceiling of 5.2 is 6. So it's going to result in the 6. So this is not like rounding. This is more of searching the topmost number between 5 and 6. And the opposite of that is the floor method. So in this case, we're passing in 5.8 as a number, and it's looking for what's between 5 and 6. What's the floor between 5 and 6? And of course, it's 5. So our result is 5. Absolute value is basically taking a number and then whether positive or negative and making it positive. So in this case, we have negative 5.8, and it's going to result in a positive number. And of course, a positive number is going to result in a positive number. And here we have a logarithm. So we're taking the logarithm of e, which is 2.718, and that is going to result in 1. And then we have our enums. So here we have an enum for e, and that's going to be 2.718, and then we also have pi, which is 3.14. Those are some of the math methods. There's many more, and you can play around with them as well. The math class includes a random number method to output random numbers. The numbers range from 0.0 inclusive and 1.0 exclusive. To use integers as an output for random numbers, some manipulation as well as casting is required. So here we're going to output a random number. What we'll do is we'll use an integer, call it random number, of course. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to cast an integer. The random method from the math class is a double. So here we're going to cast that random method as an integer. And we're going to want a number between 1 to 100. We're going to multiply that 100 because remember, greater than or equal to 0.0 and less than 1. And then we're going to add a number. Instead of starting from 0, we're going to be starting from 1. So this is going to be between 1 to 100. So now we're going to output this random number. And we get a result, a random number of 52. So let's run this again. And we're getting 35. And we can run it again. And then we get another result, 54. Let's run it one more time. And then we get 98. So that's a really basic overview of random numbers. There's a lot of different things you can do with random numbers. And you can create games based on random numbers. In fact, many games that you're aware of utilize RNG, which is random number generator, and that's based off of a random method. All right, so here's an assignment for the math class. Number 1, write a program that reads in a user input of 2 numbers and then outputs the result using the maximum method and the minimum methods. Number 2, using the random method, write a statement that outputs a number in the range of 1 to 100 inclusive. If this video was of any value to you, then please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.